In a previous video, I covered how to work with ARCHIdigm's regular doors and trim. In this overview, I'm going to take a look at ARCHIdigm's door window assemblies for a similar scenario. In other words, an entry door, but why you would use a DWA over a regular door would be that it has something extra, a side light or a transom. So we'll take a look at that and see how I can communicate this information. Well, again, I'll start with a wall, just generic wall that comes in the product. I'll go ahead and draw it across the screen. Okay. And now I will go in search of ARCHIdigm's custom entry doors that are DWAs. Right, so content browser, go to doors, go to doors residential exterior, and this time I'll look for the DWAs. All right, so here are the doors entry systems. And you'll see there is an assortment of different types of entry systems. Some of them repeat, but just a different kind of configuration internally. I'd like to start with something simple. Maybe I'll go to the first page here and just do a door with a single side light. Go ahead and insert this door. Okay, and the triangle usually indicates to the inside. But once again, when you place this, you'll see the same exact shape that was on the regular doors, a rectangular profile for the exterior and a kind of a wedge shape that we called curvy for the inside. All right, so the first thing that you'll probably notice is it doesn't seem to conform to this wall very well. It's floating out in space on either side. And there are going to be limitations here, so be patient. This is DWAs, not regular doors. So we designed the default set for residential use, thinking of a 2x6 stud wall with 1/2 inch sheetrock on the inside, and then 1/2 inch sheathing and 1/2 inch exterior finish material. That's what we kind of concluded would be a good base point for our custom entry doors. So if I were to change this wall to be that 7 inches, at least that part will read correctly now. And we've got tools for adjusting all that, so don't worry if you want less than 7 or a little more than 7 or 2x4 walls. I'll try to get to that, but it is covered in our user guide. There's all the information that you'll need to adjust these. The other thing is I don't know if I'll have time in this video, but you might notice that the wall seems to go farther than the jamb. And if I click here, you can see here's the jamb piece. With our walls, our custom walls, we designed a wall end cap, or actually, to be correct, a wall opening end cap that compensates for this small amount. So if you use our walls, it's automatically taken care of. But what it is it's an end cap that is offset by, I think this is 3/4 of an inch we set as default. Yeah. All right. For right now, it probably doesn't matter. You may not even notice it in your prints. But the problem here is that DWAs don't have a inside outside of frame option. They only go to what they go to, which by default is exterior frame. If you draw them, you'll notice it goes to the exterior. We kind of did some tweaking to our styles to make it go to the inside. All right, and that's why that's sort of a little bit convoluted. Now, here, getting back to the trim, if I go ahead and select this DWA and do a edit door window style assembly style, go to display properties and plan. This isn't about blocks like it was with the doors. We had to do something completely different here. So we went to the design rules, went to the frames area of these DWAs and designed custom head and jamb profiles for the DWA. All right. So you can see here, similar names, got curvy here for the jams, 1 by 4.5 and curvy, and then the same exact profile for the head. All right, so let's take a look at this in 3D. All right, now what some people tell me when using this is they much prefer these because the trim is much cleaner. Because the way that we've made the trim work off of the DWAs, it's just a continuous extruded form. And it may work better for you to just use these even for a regular door or for a regular window. I don't do that, but certainly the option is there. So let's take a look at how to modify that trim. So I'm going back to plan. I'll set this back to 2D wireframe. Okay. Now, unlike with the doors, which use a structural member and a member shape, the DWAs use a profile. So if I type in profile, definitions, I'll see there's this particular definition in there. Let's jump out of here and just type in P for polyline so I can insert it. Now pay attention to where it pops in. I'm going to snap it to the corner of this wall so I will remember where the insertion point is. Boom, right there, okay? So it's actually in the diagonal center. So I want to maintain that location for any new profile that I decide to create. Now I kept the fluted shape from the previous door video. I'm going to pop that up in here and place it like that. That's how I want that. And then for the interior, I'll keep the same wedge shape. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's see, fastest way to deal with this is explode both of these. Get rid of this, bring this down. Boom, erase all of this, erase this, extend that. I'm going to P it to join all of this together. Okay, so now I'll do profile, definitions, new. I'll just call this fluted. Right click on it, set from, click the shape. Make sure I get that insertion base point. That's the critical aspect of this work. Okay, now I have it, but I haven't assigned it. So I'll go here, select my DWA, not my door. See, this has a window in it, and it has a door in it. Well, not actually a window. I think this is a curtain wall unit, just for simplicity. Could have been a window. I'll go ahead and select the DWA, right click, edit door window style, go to frames. Okay, I'm going to use the same for both the head and the jam, but of course here you can see you could use something different. But let's do the head first and set it to fluted. Go to the jams, set it for fluted, and okay, and there you go. Now when we rotate this into 3D, and we go ahead and we do a shade, oops. There we go. Wait, I jumped to the wrong file. There we go. All right. Now, if you wanted to make this similar to the other file that I had up here with the ARCHIdigm, I will need to create a new shape for the ARCHIdigm. All right, which I have here. And I'm going to go ahead and, since I've already made this one, I'll go ahead and do the ARCHIdigm. And let's see, the ARCHIdigm should look something. the architrave should look like that. Remember, this is running across the top, so that threw me off a little bit. It's sort of inverted. And again, I will explode both of these things. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'll extend that. I'll get rid of that. Get rid of all of this. Get rid of this. Okay. P-edit all this together. Okay, there we go. Now I'll do profile, definitions, architrave, set from. I did a right click on it so I can pop up this little menu, set from. Same in base insertion point. Okay. All right, got it. So now I'm back to looking at my DWA, select it, right click, go to the frames, go to the head, change the head value to this. Oops, where's my architrave? There we go. All right, let's take a look here. We've got this start and end stuff. This will allow me to push it out beyond. I think we said, what was it, 2, something like that. I don't remember if it's a positive value that I need here. Let's put 2 and 2 and see what happens. All right, so I went the wrong direction. And I can tell I actually need more than 2. So for the head, maybe I need something like -12 and -12. Oops, no, that might be enough. Yeah. There we go. All right, so the distance is from here, from the corner, all the way out. I should probably pull that back, but I think that kind of illustrates the concept. So if you were to change the depth of your wall, let's say you had an unusually wide wall, you will just need to create a profile where the distance in here is adjusted to match the width of your wall. I think pretty much that. Oh, so the other thing to keep in mind is that unlike the doors and the window objects, this is a single entity. Just by the way that the curtain or the DWAs work, is it's a single entity it's a frame essentially that goes all the way around. So you don't have the option to have a unique object for the inside trim and the outside trim. You can have a different shape, but not a different object, which means you can't have something like a blue colored jam trim for the inside and a white one for the outside. Whatever material is assigned to it will be the same material. And that's a little unfortunate, but make the best of what we have to work with. So on the DWA, you can see here's the jams and the head, but it's read as one object. Right, so all of that. I think that's it. That covers that.